Hey, what's going on? This is Matthew Ashton. This is my Week 1 pitch for our application deployment class, 1405. And every 4 years, my favorite time of the year rolls around, and it is World Cup time. I've been a huge soccer fan since I was a kid, and I absolutely love the World Cup. And I'm not alone in my feelings towards the World Cup. It is easily by far the largest sporting event in the entire world. And so that means hundreds of millions of people are going to be paying attention to it. Over 1 billion people watch the World Cup final. So it is a massive audience. And like myself, people want to stay updated on what's going on. Not only are they rooting for a specific country to do well, but they just love the entire event. So, with that in mind, I started thinking about what I would like to see in a World Cup application. I've done some research out there, and a lot of the ones that are out there, not that great. And so, you know what? I figured that I could do better. So, with that, I bring you my app for this course that I'm going to be building, and that is going to be World Cup 2014 Total 90. Total 90 is a reference to the fact that there's 90 minutes in a soccer game. So this is going to give you all of your World Cup coverage. So what I have is a tabbed application with 3 tabs, mainly highlighting World Cup news, a schedule of games, and live scores for that specific day. What I'm going to have for the World Cup news is it's actually going to be news stories from FIFA.com using their RSS feed and turning it into a table view with a whole bunch of news headlines. Click on a headline, brings you to a detailed view where it has a more further description about the article and what's actually going on. Then I may even toss in a link in there to bring you back to the original source. The schedule is going to have all the days of the month for the tournament and then who's playing on those days. You'll even be able to then click on a specific day, which will bring you to a detailed view that obviously has who's playing, the date again, the time, and then also you'll be able to create a reminder. I'm going to be hopefully tying into the event kit, going right into the reminders app, creating a reminder, using that information, so that way when that day comes, you'll be able to get a nice notification on your phone stating that the 2 teams that you wanted to watch are playing and at that specific time. Figure that's going to be a great feature for people. Obviously, there's a lot of games going on, so they're going to want to know, when their specific one that they want to watch. There's tons of great matches this year, so I know I'm going to be actually using this myself, creating a bunch of reminders so that way I never miss an important game. And then, of course, last but not least, the third one is actually going to show live scores from whatever teams are playing that specific day, rather than having tons of all different matches and tables with scores going on. I figured this would just be a simple way to where it's, hey, you want to know what's going on today? Here's a tab dedicated solely to that. I'm actually going to be updating that data myself. I'm going to be hosting an XML file, and then that's going to be tied into what gets generated on that view, and it's going to show you what teams are playing, the score of that game, and then even what minute of the game that it's in. Like I said, I'm a diehard soccer fan, so this is something I've been thinking about doing for a while. I figured that this course would be a great way to try and do this. Of course, a lot of this application is going to be using live data, and that's something that I'm very excited about doing because I figured that that's one of the best ways to really get the most out of something like this, especially with a sporting event. You have to use live data. So this is actually giving me some real world preparation for building an application in the sports world. So that's my application again. It's World Cup 2014, total 90. I'm gonna have some great features here. Of course, I'm sure this is going to change as the project goes on, but I figure that this is going to be the best way for any user to try and stay up to date on what's going on in the World Cup, be able to know who's playing when, create a reminder for that specific game, and then of course see what's happening with live scores for any particular day that they may be turning in and watching. And again, this is Matthew Ashton. I'm very excited. Like I said, I've already got some things going on here, and I can't wait to get my finished product up and highlight that. All right, I'll see you guys later.